Change is hard for everyone. Extreme change is even harder. In this lecture, you will begin learning about one of the core philosophies in Lean, Kaizen. By the end of this lecture, you will understand what Kaizen is, what a Kaizen Blitz is, what a Kaizen event is, why Kaizen is so powerful. Now, let's turn our attention to our first course objective and answer the question, what is Kaizen? Kaizen is a Japanese term for continual improvement. The word kai means change, and the word zen means good. When combined, the term Kaizen means continuous improvement. Kaizen is a way of life. It is a mindset or philosophy that one takes upon themselves to improve a little bit every single day. This philosophy or mindset, as one might call it, is a very distinguishing characteristic of Kaizen. It is important that you understand Kaizen as a mentality and not just as an event. To start your journey off, though, let's look briefly at what a Kaizen Blitz and Kaizen Event is. A Kaizen Blitz is a rapid improvement event designed to make a fast improvement or impact to an opportunity or an issue. A blitz can range from 1 to 5 days in time, or it can be as quick as a few seconds to a minute. This gives teams an opportunity to make fast improvements. A Kaizen Blitz will sometimes follow the 4 steps outlined in the PDCA cycle. In step 1, you would plan the event. Then, you would do the Blitz. After the Blitz was complete, a check or study of the results would take place, and finally, teams or individuals would act on any adjustments, activities, or actions that may have been discovered in checking and studying to fully implement the Blitz objectives. Now that we understand what a Kaizen Blitz is, let's turn our attention to a different type of Kaizen, the Kaizen Event. A Kaizen event is a set of activities that takes place over a predetermined amount of time. The event is carried out by a team, a department, or an entire organization. These events can range from a blitz to larger projects that oftentimes take much longer. These large events are not the same as breakthrough events in other continuous improvement strategies. Those types of breakthrough changes are referred to in Lean as kaikaku. With all of these different events, it can be confusing what to use and why you should use it. As you advance in your experience and skill set, we will share 2 very powerful tools called the Pareto diagram and the solutions matrix. These tools will help you prioritize your improvements and keep things organized. In the most basic form, a blitz is a rapid improvement event, and an event is treated as a project. Before we close this lecture on Kaizen, let's begin to understand what is so powerful about this new philosophy, Kaizen. As you learned, there are 2 types of Kaizen, events and blitzes. These 2 ideals are similar in the sense that they both focus on improvements. The difference between the 2 is only in the size of improvement and the length of time it takes to complete or fully implement the opportunity. We've all heard that to make any type of change in life, we must be bold. These large breakthrough events or improvements are often very exciting when we start. Eventually, the new job, crazy exercise program, or attempt to improve some area of our life inhibits our other activities, which then causes some degree of stress, anxiety, or even fear. To cope with these emotions, people revert back to doing what they are comfortable with, different types of coping mechanisms, or they look to escape altogether. Kaizen, as we learned in the definition, is a form of change that is continuous or never ending. The changes or improvements Kaizen focuses on are small and simple ones. Many people relate Kaizen to a 1% improvement every day. While this concept is a good one, Kaizen can be any magnitude. The only thing it must be is in the direction of your goal. Let's look at an example to help us understand. John has worked his entire life but never really learned how to save money. One day, he decides that he needs to make a plan or the problem he has already will get bigger. He talks with a financial advisor who suggests John should set aside $200 a month. Overwhelmed by this amount of money, John goes home to think about the new plan. After 1 month, John finds that he would much rather go out to eat and have a little bit of fun today than save for tomorrow. One day, while speaking with a friend about his problem, John discovers Kaizen. His friend suggests that maybe $200 a month is more than he can handle emotionally at this point in his life. He then suggests that John takes the pennies out of his pocket every day and puts them in a jar. John considers the idea and decides he will try it. At the end of the week, John has 6 cents in his jar. He's been putting a penny in his jar every day. One day, while John is emptying his pockets, he thinks to himself, "It wouldn't hurt if I put all my change in the jar." John places nearly 99 cents in the jar and continues to do this every day. At the end of the year, John counts his money and finds that he has saved almost $500. So what can we learn from John's experience? In the example, John struggled with the large amount of money he needed to put away every single month. So he started with something relatively small. After daily repetition, he avoided the stress, worry, and fear that often occur with big changes and developed a new behavior. Because the behavior of saving a penny a day had been established and it was under much less stressful circumstances than the breakthrough $200 a month, John was able to see the blessings and receive the rewards of saving money. As you can see, Kaizen helped John feel comfortable with saving and in the end caused him to move closer to his goal. The same concept can be applied to lead times, cycle times, removing waste, studying, losing weight, and anything else you can think of. So why is Kaizen so powerful? In the next activity, you will be asked to apply Kaizen to your own life. After that, you can tell us why you think Kaizen is so powerful.